Hello YouTube, it's me again, and I want to talk about the fallout from my last video. I got about 5 times the number of black female trolls that I normally get, and they all pretty much said the same thing. They told me that I wasn't crap and that I was the reason for the problems and that black men weren't this and black men weren't that. But what they never did was dispute any of the things that I said about black women in the video. And the reason they don't is because they know it's all true. But this is the problem. This is why there's a disconnect and why there will always be a disconnect. She thinks that you should just simply understand without much discussion that white is better than black. So if she's screwing you over to get to white, that is something you should be able to understand. The black man does not live with an inferiority complex, at least not the ones that come to this channel. The black man does not feel that white is better. The black man has numerous examples of where he is proven to be superior, that he's tougher, more resilient, he's physically more agile, and he is mentally more agile. The black woman doesn't have that experience. She doesn't want that experience. She just wants to be white. And for that reason, black men, you really need to step away from these women. Some of you want to toy with them and you want to have sex with them. And I'm telling you, leave them alone. Go build something. Go do something. Don't waste time. Don't waste energy dealing with this woman. She's destructive. She knows she's destructive, but she thinks it's good because she wants to destroy blackness in all of its forms because she thinks that is getting her closer to whiteness. If I can destroy black, then everything will become white. It's confused thinking. What it ultimately will lead to is her destruction. She will destroy any semblance of a foundation in the black community, and they will eventually come in and destroy her. Black men, you need to go your own way and build your own thing. I kind of want to talk a little bit about a guy who started making fun of MGTOW, black men in MGTOW, Ringo Raw. I think most brothers go by red pill brother philosophy, but some still use MGTOW, and that's cool. What I want to say is this. Ringo clearly is on something. And I don't mean he's on to something, I mean he's on something. He started attacking his black male base. I think he called it Gaytow, something to that effect. And he didn't even bother to understand what the philosophy is all about. In his summary, MGTOW is having sex with women and walking away. That's what he thinks. He thinks that's what it is. He doesn't understand any of its principles, foundations, its history, or its value. I think he proved himself to be a simpleton. I think he proved himself to be a fraud. He said somewhere in his comment section that he's looking for his his second wife, which in my case, I choose to interpret that as meaning that the women that he is pursuing asked him to disavow MGTOW. And so he did it. And he's just a simp ass nigga. simp ass nigga. He's got good video voice. Some of the stuff he says is cool, but he's really not very educated. When he talks scripture, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I remember one time I made one comment. I told him that I thought he was off a little bit, and he wrote me a dissertation, just like a bitch. Just like a bitch. He got butt hurt because I didn't say he was perfect, and he couldn't handle it. I'm gonna just say, brothers, leave that brother alone. Leave him alone. He's a fraud. His attack on MGTOW demonstrates that he's a fraud. He's a sellout. He sold out to somebody. And I'm not necessarily saying that MGTOW and all that is the answer, but it certainly isn't deserving of the condemnation that he put upon it. He wants you to go and marry a black woman. In 90% of his videos, he tells us that black women ain't shit, and they're evil, and they're this, and they're that. And his answer for you is to go and marry one. Wife one up. Go do it, and do it now. He's a joke. You need to leave him alone. That's it. And I don't have much to say other than black women are on a different frequency. They see things completely differently than we do. Their thinking is flawed. It's self-destructive. It's going to lead to their destruction. Anyone who stays within their camp is going to be destroyed along with them. And it is time to say goodbye to them. And it's time to say goodbye to all the simps. Whether the simps come in the form of Ringo Raw, or they come in the form of some other some other person, they need to be abandoned. I'm out.